This isn't about black and white.
I love you, Mama.
This is about Eloise.
Supposed to be me? No.
In Black and White, a grandfather raises his biracial granddaughter by himself after his wife and daughter die. The child's other grandmother launches a custody battle that raises the issue of race and family. So tell me a little bit about this one, your movie friend Aaron Dicer.
Some serious stuff here, right? You've got racial relations. It also deals with alcoholism and family issues, all that kind of stuff. Kind of Kevin Costner's kind of look into the award season this year. It actually was released earlier last year for award season, is now going wide. This is
really? Wait, how does that work?
Well, basically what happens is they release it in like LA and New York so that it counts for 2014. And then once it's kind of out and available for awards, they release it wider for, you know, markets like Springfield or wherever. So that's kind of how that works.
A true movie critic would know that.
Yes, yeah. So that's kind of what you're seeing, these, you know, Oscar movies coming out, you know, a little bit this year. This is a very deep movie that's willing to go a little bit deeper into some of these issues of race and those kind of things. And it's, you know, it does more than just scratch the surface, which I really, really appreciated about this movie. Also, the performances are really good. I don't know that I've seen Kevin Costner this good in a movie he's done. He's kind of one of those actors that always feels like Kevin Costner playing something. Like the Kevin Costner never really goes away. And that's okay. Some actors are like that. Here he disappears into his role a little bit. I actually believed him as this character more than I have before. Octavia Spencer, who you see there, is great as well. In fact, some of my favorite stuff is them together on screen and some of the conversations they have about race and those issues I think are really, really good.
Give me your best, worst, and final grade on that.
Sure, absolutely. In fact, my best thing was Kevtavia. That's Kevin Costner and Octavia together. They have some really great scenes. Worst thing, I said cookie crumbles. And what I mean by that is this is a movie that at the end of the day doesn't just quite hold up. It's kind of like fortune cookie wisdom. So it's like somebody's willing to, like, and this may be a little bit gross, but, you know, like open up a scab and then just give you a Band-Aid when you need surgery, you know? So it's like, it's willing to go deep, but it doesn't really have anything solid to say at the end of the day. So I think that gives it a little bit of fault and brings the overall grade down to about a B.
Okay, so still one to see though. A B.
Yeah, it is. It is
you know,
a good
he gives
movie,
out D's and F's too. So.
That's true. It's a whole gamut, and I think this is one you'll definitely go away from thinking and having those conversations about race in modern America, which I think is important and valuable.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Number 2, in Project Almanac, a group of teenagers discover the plans for a time machine. They build it and then make a mess of it. So tell us about
what else is going to
Almanac.
happen? What else is going to happen when you build a time machine, Sarah?
And your teenagers?
And your teenagers.
Yeah.
You're going to make a mess of things. Boy, this movie had no chance with me for 2 reasons. Number one, it's a time travel movie. I have a lot of pet peeves with time travel movies because they don't logically make sense a lot of times. Number two, and more importantly, it's found footage. And we've talked about this before. The entire movie has to justify that everything in it is shot by one of the actors. It's a type of movie called found footage, and it's distracting. The camera work is awful. And I just wish that these filmmakers would go, oh, we've got an interesting movie here. Let's just shoot a really good movie. Because really,
so like Blair Witch Project, is that?
That started the whole thing, yes. And with Blair Witch, it's one of those things like, wait, is this real? Was it really found footage? Did this happen?
Right.
Now audiences know none of this is real. It's not like you have to pretend like this actually was found footage. So I wish they would kind of grow up and mature in these movies a little bit. And what makes it even more of a shame is I think underneath the found footage gimmick, there's actually a decent movie here. I like the characters, I like the acting, I like the chemistry that they have together. It's kind of fun and entertaining, and the story is interesting. Interesting enough that I'm willing to forgive a lot of the time travel nonsense that happens because it's an interesting story. But getting distracted by the found footage brings it down quite a bit in my book.
All right. Well then, now I know how he really feels about that.
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the found footage gimmick.
One to see?
You know what? I would say for this one, if you like kind of that sci-fi element, time travel stuff, you might have a good time. Again, the performances are really good. I will also mention it's PG-13, but it's on the steamy side of PG-13. So if you've got younger teenagers, yeah, it kind of pushes that line a little bit more than I thought it would. I was a little surprised by that. So just a heads up for parents on that.
So your boys are not going to it?
I actually took one of my boys, and there were some uncomfortable moments. And he actually brought it up. He was like, "Dad, I don't think I should have saw that movie." I was like, "Well, okay. Well, we'll have those conversations."
And now we know.
And now we know.
Thank you for the birds and the bees talk that I wasn't yet planning to have.
Yeah, well, we had that talk a while ago with him. But yeah, it's these days you have to have that talk earlier and earlier, unfortunately. But as far as
Don't tell me that yet.
Unfortunately, as far as this movie goes, I would say this is the one to see if you're interested in that kind of stuff. It definitely is a little bit of fun if you can get used to kind of the shaky camera and that kind of stuff.
All right, best thing, worst thing?
Sure, best thing, I said chemistry class. Great chemistry in this cast. They're really, really good. Worst thing, camera tricks. Talk about the found footage. footage. As far as an overall grade, that brings it down to about a B-.
Minus. All right. Your movie friend, Aaron Dicer. You can find all movies reviewed at ky3.com by this guy.
Yeah, The
Very
Loft
good.
is also out this week. We'll have a review of that up there as well. And Most Violent Year also came out this week. So there's always movies coming out. And
you have your whole list of 2014 movies, right?
I do, yeah. My best of list is at the website as well. There's a link there, my favorite movies of 2014. I actually ranked the top 41. That's how much I love movies.
Random. All right, 41. Why not 40? I don't know. But okay, when we come back, Jeremy Rave has another Super Bowl themed project. He says that it is easy and yummy. So I'll be the judge of that. Stay with us.